Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot and welcome to an unboxing video that's maybe not quite what you would expect from a tarot channel, but if you followed me for any time, you know that I like every so often to enhance my readings with Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Babylon 5 cards or the monthlies this month. I'm working with the Tarot Illuminati, the TV series Tarot, and the Bleach collectible card game cards because I love Bleach. And I think it gives an extra flavour. Obviously, I'm tarot based. So this time, payday's come in and I've done a bit of shopping. So this is my third unboxing video of the day. And this time we are looking at D&D's Monster Cards, Volo's Guide to Monsters. So hopefully this video will be useful for either anybody interested in buying this as a role-playing aid, or as well, I don't think many of you are going to be buying them for like divinatory readings, but when I found out that they existed, I was like, oh yeah, I've got to try that. So the box feels fairly flimsy, I warn you straight off. The box really does feel like it's not made of a thick cardboard. It did come shrink wrapped. Why do people shrink wrap things when they're already in boxes? I don't, especially this. Oh, and they're still all shrink wrapped on the inside as well. So we've got two types of cards, big ones and little ones. So I have, is it the right way around? So I've got no idea whether this is going to be useful for me using with my readings or not. So there's yet more cellophane to get rid of. That I do not approve of. And obviously on one side of the card, oh, the cardstock's good though. The cardstock's really quite thick. On one side of the card, you see a picture of whatever beastie this is. So this is Catoblepas. I mean, back when I was 12, 13, 14. I mean, obviously I'm a geek and I was a role player. You know, I was as socially maladjusted as the best of them. This was, bear in mind that this was a long time before being a geek was cool. You know, so I was, there was an element of, oh, look, I'm a social outcast. Best play Dungeons and Dragons then, eh? I'm probably being a little bit harsh, but it sort of it gave me friends and it gave me an outlet for my imagination. Now these are glossy cards, so what I'm doing is just peeling them apart. So this is not like your normal standard tarot, even when they're glossy, because they are really sticking together. But then again, these were released several years ago, so who knows how old this print run is. There's obviously a varnish on the surface of them. Now, I'm not entirely sure, I'm not really sure whether they would be, they might be useful as some form of oracle. Let's take that Catoblepas from the front, because this is going to take me forever to peel all these apart. So here's the card itself. You can tell by when I hit the light how glossy it really is. So on the back, obviously, you've got your stats, you've got your strength, dexterity, constitution, intuition, wisdom, and charisma. Yeah, I remember. And abilities. Oh, this one has a death ray, apparently. So that, maybe there's a divinatory aspect I could use. I'm going to have to trial those. Let's have a look at these bigger cards, because there doesn't appear to be much difference between the small cards and the bigger cards. So why is there two sets of cards? No, that doesn't explain why. Oh, I hate these sort of shrink wraps. You can never find the end where to pull it off. Let's have a... now. Oh, now this... That looks like a beholder. Now, these I can use. It's called Death Kiss. Cheerful name. So again, on the back, you've got the stats. There's no history. There's no little narrative on it as to what it's about or where it is or where you would find it or what its agenda is or anything. That would be useful for a divinatory aspect. And to be quite honest, it would probably be useful from a game master object as well. So we've got this Gulf. There's a lot of beholders in here, actually. I can see these being useful as a oracle deck, these bigger ones. Just from the imagery, because this does inspire ideas from me. Now, if you've not been a Dungeons and Dragons fan, then maybe that's not so true because you won't have that language to use. But they are really quite beautiful artwork. I mean, monstrous artwork, but quite beautiful. Oh, a boggle. And the only thing with these as well, if I was to use them for divination, would be I'd have to have my eyes closed when I shuffle them, because obviously you've got what the card is one side, you've got the stats on the back. There is a certain element where, say like with collectible card game cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Bleach, B5, whatever, they've all got the same back to them. So you've got no idea what the card is as you shuffle it and pull it. Whereas these, yeah, you just need to keep your eyes closed. But then again, there's Oracle decks like that as well. If you think of, this is not a favourite Oracle deck of mine, that whole Postcards from Spirit or The Universe Has Your Back, they have different designs on them. But there is some beautiful art, so maybe it's not been a complete waste of money for me. Devourer. Let's have a look. Let's change camera and we'll have a look at some more of these. So, oh, a flail snail. I remember that from years ago. A Froggermoth. Okay. Cloud Giant Smiling One. That's nice. There's some nice imagery that I could imagine with that, with a context of a reading next to it. So I'd use these as oracle cards. I wouldn't use these as a, you know, the main body of the reading. But no, I do quite like these. I think I might struggle to use them in readings, though, to be honest. So this is going to be quite a shorter unboxing reading. So Flind, whatever that is. Grunge Elite Warriors. I don't know what a grung is. Grung Wildlings. We have a Buahag, Hobgoblin Devastator, Hobgoblin Iron Shadow. Some of these lend themselves to divinatory ideas. Kobold Dragon Shield, Kobold... Oh, this has got a lot of information. Kobold Inventor, Kobold Scale Sorcerer, Corrid, I vaguely remember that, Licrotter, I remember that, Meanlock, Mind Witness, that one holds some promise, Nyogi, Nilbog, Orc Red... No, I'm not even going to try. No, my lips aren't working. Orc Red Fang of Shargas. I was wanting to say that all nice and smoothly. Not going to happen. Sea Spawn. Shadow Master. Slithering Tracker. Spawn of Hughes. Trapper. Vargul. Woodwode. I think you get the general picture because I'm bored already. Yuanti Anathema, your anti-mind whisperer, your anti-nightmare speaker. I'm getting a theme here. Your anti-pitmaster, Banderhob. Wasn't that in the start? And another Barguest. I'm sure there was one at the beginning of all this. Wasn't that the very first card that we... No, I must have put it to the bottom. So, you might see me starting to use these if I'm feeling brave enough. I'm not sold on them. I'm a little disappointed. For role players, they'd be absolutely great. Absolutely great. But the only way I will be able to tell if they are useful for me for my readings is by actually using them sometimes. So if you see a video where I'm experimenting on you by using these, bear in mind that that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm experimenting on you by using these. It's also, it doesn't all fit completely in the box, so I would worry about putting these under my pillow for 3 nights like I tend to do with my normal decks, because it's going to damage the box because it's not that big cardboard. Not like, say, your Hay House or Rockpool Oracle decks come in. Okay, so that was short and sweet, but yeah, see you later. One more of these to go through.